Hello everyone, welcome back. Easter is on its way, so I've decided to prepare for Easter by watching some movies about Jesus and review them for the channel. I had to watch a few that I had yet to see before in order to prepare for this video. And for some of these Jesus movies, I have so much to say that I'm going to give a few movies some standalone videos and just talk about a few today. Obviously, if you want to see the raw story of Jesus, you read the Bible. And there are some Bible history books out there that have details that the Bible doesn't have that you can find on your own as well. The story of Jesus has been told many times throughout film history. Some good movies, some bad movies, some highly praised pictures. What are the best ones out there? I'm here to discuss that. In the 1920s, there was a silent movie, The King of Kings. Cecil B. DeMille was a pioneer in filmmaking, and he showed his Christian faith with the Ten Commandments in 1923, and The King of Kings in 1927. He later returned to the Moses story when he made the 1950s epic The Ten Commandments, which I covered in a previous video. In the 1920s, the story of Jesus wasn't told that often in film, unlike now where there are many Jesus movies. But go back in time, set your mind to the 1920s when telling the story of Jesus was very difficult in cinema. Cecil B. DeMille made basically the first epic telling of the life of Jesus when he made The King of Kings. The actor H.B. Warner plays Jesus. You know him. He would later play Mr. Gower in It's a Wonderful Life. The film has a blend of black and white film with color film. Very new for the time. There is also vocal singing in the score, also very new for the 1920s. So you have to appreciate the art and direction that made The King of Kings stand out as a great epic telling of Jesus. Sure, there are sound pictures that have been made since then that tell the story of Jesus, but you should appreciate how the story was told in the silent movie era. There are movies about Jesus made throughout history, and in history there are movies made that did not focus entirely on Jesus, but involved Jesus in some ways. In the 1950s, there was the epic Ben-Hur. In Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston played the warrior racer Judah Ben-Hur, who was seeking revenge on his home country, and receives help from Jesus in a very important scene along the way. Jesus does not show his face. At the time, there were some weird things going on in the cinemas where filmmakers did not want to show the face of Jesus. Judah Ben-Hur has an epic journey until the end when he witnesses the crucifixion of Jesus and recognizes his face from earlier in the story. He learns, in watching Jesus sacrifice, to be forgiving and loving rather than vengeful. This is an important theme. It resonates exactly with the message of Jesus, to love and forgive. And that's great that this movie does that. It was highly praised upon its release, even winning the Best Picture Oscar of that year. So where have we gone since then? In the 1970s, there was a comedy titled Life of Brian. This was also not about Jesus, nor was it disrespectful to Jesus. It involved Jesus, but it was a comedy set in the time period of Jesus' time on earth, when a man named Brian was born around the same time as Jesus and grows up watching Jesus until the moment he gets mistaken for the Messiah. This is a fictional story. It's funny, it's clever, and it's very insightful. The scenes involving Jesus do not disrespect Jesus in any way. They are actually very respectful to Jesus. It's a very funny movie, one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, one of my favorite comedies. It has a major legacy today, but there are still many moviegoers who are offended by it, some even refusing to see it for the wrong reasons. The trick is to not forget your faith when you go into this picture. Watch it with your faith. There were other movies and miniseries made about Jesus that I did see, some that I saw very recently to prepare for this video. The miniseries, Jesus of Nazareth, and the movies, The Greatest Story Ever Told, Jesus Christ Superstar, and The Last Temptation of Christ. In writing my notes down for the video, I found that I have so much to say about these movies that I'm going to give them standalone video reviews in preparation for the Easter holiday. And I will also debunk some of the protests against a few of these movies. So let's get ready. Be excited. How did you like the discussion? Are you watching Jesus movies in preparation for Easter? If you are, let me know in the comments. Feel free to share any additional thoughts you have on the movies that I discussed today. Like and share if you enjoyed the video, and if you haven't already, Subscribe to me for more videos. Hit the bell if you want to be notified of uploads. I'm making more videos for you and bigger projects for you as we speak. Have a great week and a great life, and always love yourself for who you are. Godspeed.